Hi everybody, hi boys and girls, welcome to Harvest Glasgow Kidsmin. Ali here to introduce the story again today. It's so nice to see some of you in the building. Still missing all of you, but it's so nice to even see it and give some of you a wee wave from afar. We look forward to more of that in the coming weeks. Today's story is from the Old Testament. The Old Testament today, from the book called 2 Chronicles. And we're up at chapter 36. So it's in the Old Testament from our Bible, 2 Chronicles chapter 36. And that shows you that the 2 Chronicles is quite a big, long book of the Bible. We're up to chapter 36. Now, I know you've been learning all about the prophet Jeremiah and all the things that God told Jeremiah and he told the people that would happen really did. And this story is just the same. It's a sad story, but a really, really important one and a good reminder to us all about that we need to obey God. And God loved his people so much, but wanted them to follow his instructions. And that's really, really important in our lives too. You're going to meet 4 kings, and each of them didn't do as God asked them to, and you're going to see what happens. So enjoy this story from 2 Chronicles chapter 36. See you later.
Hi boys and girls, it's Susan here. I hope you're having a fun day today, and I hope you're ready to hear today's Bible story. This Bible story comes from the book of Chronicles in the Old Testament, and it involves some kings and some people who would not listen. There once was a king named King Josiah. He loved God, but he had 3 sons and a grandson who did not love God. They did bad things, and God's people did bad things too. One by one, Josiah's sons were taken away by other kings because they would not obey God's rules. God sent clever prophets to the people so that they would return to him, but God's people would not listen. Jeremiah, who was a wise man, told God's people that if they did not love and obey God, the king of Babylon would take them away. King Zedekiah, Josiah's son, would not listen to Jeremiah, and God's people did not listen either. The king of Babylon came, like Jeremiah said he would. The king of Babylon destroyed God's temple and took all of God's people away to Babylon. Now, we know that there is another king, and his name is Jesus. And we know that he is the perfect king, and we know that he obeyed God, and because of him, we can be with God forever. And that's the good news. Bye-bye.
The last 4 kings of Judah came from King Josiah's family. His 3 sons, Jehoahaz, Jehoiakim, and Zedekiah, and his grandson, Jehoiakim, each ruled as the king of Judah for a short time. Jehoahaz was not king for long. He did what was evil. And the king of Egypt came and made Jehoahaz a prisoner.
Oh no!
The king stole silver and gold from Jehoahaz. Then he put Jehoahaz's brother Jehoiakim on the throne.
Oh!
When Jehoiakim was king of Judah, he too did what was evil. The king of Babylon attacked Jehoiakim, made him a prisoner, and took him to Babylon. The king of Babylon stole some of the things from the Lord's temple and put them in his own temple.
Yeah!
When Jehoiakim was taken away, his son Jehoiakim became king of Judah. Jehoiakim was king of Judah for just 3 months. He too did what was evil. The king of Babylon sent for Jehoiakim and brought him to Babylon. The king of Babylon made Jehoiakim's uncle Zedekiah king of Judah. Like his brothers, Zedekiah did what was evil. He led the people of Judah to do evil things too. The prophet Jeremiah warned Zedekiah that God would punish him, but Zedekiah did not listen.
No.
God was angry with the people of Judah. They sinned and did not obey God, but God loved his people. He wanted them to turn back to him. God sent prophets to warn the people, but the people did not listen. Finally, it was time to punish the people of Judah for their sin. God allowed the king of Babylon and his army to attack Judah.
Oops.
Many of the people died. The king of Babylon took everything out of the Lord's temple and carried it back to Babylon.